Imagine this. It's 1942. The Pacific Ocean is on fire with battleships and aircraft carriers clashing. But suddenly, out of the fog, appears something no one has ever seen before. A sleek gray monster with radar-guided missiles, stealth design, and computers inside that could outthink every admiral in the war. What if a modern destroyer, like the U.S. Navy's Arleigh Burke, suddenly appeared in World War II? Would it become the most unstoppable war machine in history? Or would it actually struggle to survive in a 1940s world? Let's find out. So here's our scenario. We take one fully armed, fully crewed Arleigh Burke class destroyer and drop it straight into 1942, right in the middle of World War II. This ship is basically a 9,000-ton superweapon. It's got guided missiles, radar that can track hundreds of targets, sonar that can hear submarines miles away, and a top speed of over 30 knots. It carries Tomahawk cruise missiles, anti-air missiles, torpedoes, the works. In short, this thing is a floating death machine. But it's also designed for a 21st century world, a world with satellites, GPS, computers, and digital communication. So let's see what happens when you take this 21st century beast and throw it into the chaos of the 1940s. The destroyer pops out of a time warp near the Pacific. Everyone's jaws drop. Japanese Zero pilots flying overhead radio back. We've spotted a strange new American ship. It has no smokestacks. The modern destroyer crew looks around. No GPS signals, no digital maps, no internet. Their satellite-guided systems are suddenly blind. The captain sighs. All right, we're going analog. Good thing the destroyer still has radar and sonar that work independently. Even without satellites, it can still detect planes and submarines long before they get close. Soon, a Japanese task force appears on the horizon. 2 destroyers, a cruiser, and an aircraft carrier. Normally, that'd be terrifying, but not today. The Arleigh Burke locks on with its spy radar system. Targets pop up like dots on a video game screen. Fire 1 missile, says the captain. A single SM-2 missile streaks off the deck, hits the enemy cruiser, and the entire ship disappears in a fireball. The other ships panic. They've never seen anything like this. No artillery shell, no torpedo, just a flash of light and instant destruction. Within minutes, the entire fleet is sinking. The destroyer hasn't even been scratched. But wait, here come dozens of Japanese Zero fighters. In World War II, planes were the biggest threat to ships. They carried torpedoes and bombs that could turn steel into scrap. But our modern destroyer is ready. The radar detects them from 100 miles away. The ship launches ESSM surface-to-air missiles, each one guided with precision. Boom, boom, boom. Planes drop like flies. The pilots don't even know what hit them. The few that survive try to dive bomb it. But the destroyer's phalanx CIWS, that rapid-fire 20mm gun, starts spinning. It fires 4,500 rounds per minute, literally creating a wall of bullets. Those last planes, vaporized. At this point, the destroyer looks unbeatable. But there's a big problem. Fuel. Modern warships run on gas turbines that need jet fuel, specifically, a type that didn't exist in 1942. World War II ships used heavy oil. Even if the destroyer captures an enemy fuel depot, that fuel wouldn't work in its engines. Within a few days, it's basically a 9,000-ton paperweight. Also, the advanced electronics start failing. No spare parts. No maintenance tools. The radar dishes, computers, and missile guidance systems all start to degrade. The crew is stranded in the past with technology no one can repair. Let's say they somehow figure out the fuel issue. Maybe they synthesize jet fuel using captured resources. Now the Allies have the most powerful ship on Earth. It could protect entire convoys from U-boats. It could destroy fleets before they're even in visual range. It could single-handedly change naval warfare. But there's another twist. Imagine the Axis powers capturing it. Scientists reverse engineer its computers, its missiles, its engines. By 1945, maybe Germany or Japan starts developing early versions of guided rockets, decades ahead of schedule. Basically, this one ship could rewrite history. In just 1 week, the modern destroyer could dominate every sea battle. In 1 month, it could shift global power. And in 1 year, it might accidentally accelerate the entire technological timeline of the planet by 50 years. But in the end, Even the most advanced warship ever built can't escape one truth. Technology means nothing without the world to support it. No satellites, no digital network, no spare parts. Even the strongest machine eventually falls silent. So yes, the modern destroyer would crush World War II for a while. But then, it would slowly become a ghost of the future, drifting alone in the past. So what did we learn? Technology is only as powerful as the time it lives in. You can drop the most advanced machine into history, but without the right world around it, it's just a relic out of place. If you enjoyed this deep dive into an alternate timeline, hit that like button, share it with a fellow history or naval nerd, and tell us in the comments. What other modern weapon would you send back to World War II? And don't forget to subscribe, because next time, we might just ask, what if a modern submarine showed up at Pearl Harbor? Thanks for watching, and keep those two brain cells curious.